Here we go. Spoiler alert, audience. Welcome to Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. My buddy Sandy over there. Have a seat. Have a seat. Let's get started today. Have some fun stuff. That's right. I'm all in purple today. Have a seat. Thank you. Let's get started. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm feeling good today. It is Wednesday. I'm wearing purple. I'm very far away. What is going on? I'm going farther and farther away from all of you. Let's get started. Please say hello to Miss Kendall over there.
Hi.
Kendall. Good morning. How you doing?
Good. I love in the front row there. Yeah, your friends, they have the Jason faces.
Well, let me tell you, that is Miss Sandy. Now Sandy has been with me. If you listen to the radio show, Sandy has been with me. There she is and her son. Sandy has been with me for years. And I mean, she started listening. Hi, sweetheart. She's been listening to me since 2006. So when she started, it was what, Sandy 72, and now she's Sandy 27. That's right.
Woo-hoo.
Sandy 27. She's aging backwards, everybody. And as you can see, they've added... I love it. They've added the beard to my logo there. Look at that. Yes. That is great. That is great. Well, how you doing? Did I introduce you yet? No.
Yeah, you did. You did great.
Yeah,
you were distracted by the faces.
Miss Sandy. Whenever Miss Sandy's here, I got to pay attention. How you doing?
Say hi. I'm good. I'm very excited to hear what the chair is doing out.
Oh, the Oprah chair.
Oh, yeah, that. Well.
I need a drink. Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Oh, no, I won't. Yeah. So I was just, okay, so here's the deal. I love several things.
Yes.
I love my family, obviously. I love television.
Yep.
I love Oprah Winfrey.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I grew up in Chicago. I watched the Oprah Winfrey Show before it was the Oprah Winfrey Show. It was called AM Chicago. My broadcasting triangle. My broadcasting idols: Letterman, Carson, Oprah. That's who I love all three of them. Yeah. I grew up wanting to be Oprah. I have a VHS collection. I have 500 Oprah Winfrey Show tapes. Yeah, I have all of her theme songs on my iPod, my iPad. Yeah, I listen. I know all the words to Run On with Oprah. You know what I mean? I could sing it right here.
Okay.
But I'm bringing her up. I believe I'll run. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Now, we have the Oprah chair out because, as you guys heard, Oprah Winfrey is on her Oprah Winfrey 2020 Get Your Life Together tour, or it's the Vision tour, but I call it Get Your Crap Together tour.
Yeah.
She's coming to St. Paul. Oprah is, okay? I want to meet her, and I want her on this show. And now two things.
Oh gosh, it's everywhere. You gonna hug this screen too?
Oprah says two things. Oprah says God can dream a bigger dream than you can dream for yourself. And I'm bringing that up because all of this is gravy. I was a little kid. I've never wanted to do anything else but television. 6 years old, my first memory is watching Johnny and thinking, I'm going to have a show. And then I remember watching Oprah going, I'm going to have a show. I got on television at the age of 23. So all of this is gravy. All of this is, I'm going to dream big. I'm going to dream big that on our little show, I can get Oprah Winfrey on. Oprah, you'll recognize this. I bought this at auction. This is from Harpo Studios right here. That's how much I love you. So I want to have her on. It doesn't have to be for long, but Oprah knows what this is like. When you have a little show like this, when she had AM Chicago, or when she started the Oprah Winfrey Show, nobody knew who Oprah was. Nobody did, and she talked about this. She knows what it's like when you have a little show, when you have a show of our size. We have a good show. We do very well in the ratings, and this is the 5th year, for heaven's sake, you know what I mean? But when you have a show like this, it's hard to get big stars on. So Oprah, you know what it's like. Please come on our show. Thank you. I love you. Okay.
We'll all cry.
Leo, can we just keep her up for a few more minutes, please? Just a few more. Let's get started with today's hot dish. Here we go, everybody.
Give Oprah a bite.
Audience, it's like a rainbow of Oprah. Look at that over me. This is the best graphic producer Jeff has ever made for this show. This is fantastic. Okay, Leo, you can switch it back. We'll go back to Oprah a little bit later. Okay. Oh, I know. Now you just get to look at me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Are you ready? It's the moment Bachelor Nation and Ted has waited for. We now know who the next Bachelor will be. Chris Harrison made the very, very dramatic announcement last night. Look at this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next Bachelor, Peter. You're different than any other Bachelor we've ever had.
Really?
We've never had somebody who lives about 5 minutes from the Bachelor Mansion.
Yeah, no joke.
You literally grew up in the shadows of that mansion.
This is crazy. I used to try to sneak onto the mansion about 10 years ago when I was in high school, when you guys were shooting there. And now, opening night, I'm gonna be there with limos coming in and meeting however many women. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta tell you, I liked him until I heard him talk. And I mean that. Peter the Pilot is the next Bachelor. He finished in the top 3 on Hannah B's season. The new season of The Bachelor debuts in January. Now, I'm going to turn now to Kendall, who is our Bachelor Nation representative, along with producer Ted. Your response.
He is so, vanilla. I used to break into the Bachelor Mansion, and it'll be amazing. What? Come on, they had Mike Johnson! Mike Johnson was available, and they didn't pick him. Do you even know who I'm talking about? Demi Lovato's trying to date him.
No, I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't know who you're talking about, no. But I gotta tell...
He's very nice. They just went with the very safe bet.
And I'm not trying to be politically correct here, because I'd given up on that 2 seasons ago. But I will say, and I mean this, can we not get a man of color up in there?
Mike Johnson!
I mean, seriously.
It would have been Mike! Big Mike!
I think everyone, come on! Come on!
I know. We, and I speak for everyone. I do. I really do. We all wanted Mike Johnson to be the Bachelor.
I got to find out who he is. I don't know. I
He's
got to
the
research
guy. He's a man of color. He's beautiful,
Okay.
and he's so sweet and so nice. And now Demi Lovato's trying to date him, so maybe that's why it's not
That's
happening.
probably why it's not happening. Yeah. Well, that announcement came at the end of the season finale of Bachelor in Paradise, or as I call it, Spreading Diseases in Paradise. It's in total, 3 couples got engaged. Sometimes, just the little bitty diseases. That's right. 3 couples got engaged last night. 2 are still going strong, and 1 appears to already be on the rocks. Imagine that. But they're technically still together. I don't know what that means. It means they'll be broken up by the time Wendy Williams is on. Yeah, I don't know. Did you like this whole season of Paradise?
I watched Paradise. It's fine. I think that it was really great that we finally had a couple on there that weren't straight. That was fun and exciting. Because one of the girls, so Demi, who came on the show, she came on and was like, I'm having a hard time because I'm in love with this woman.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, and so then they brought the woman on the show, and they're one of the couples that got engaged, and they're still going strong.
Well, there we go. See, there we go. Thank you.
That was fun.
We have a lot more to come. Wait till you see who we're interviewing next. Stay with us, everybody. Back after this. Coming up, ring the bell and iron the linen. It's time to return to Downton.
Excuse me, I am not a butler. I am the king's page of the backstairs.
The stars of Downton Abbey, the movie, Hugh Bonneville and Elizabeth McGovern, will join us live to talk about the much-anticipated big screen revival. Then he's just back from an ultimate vacation. Big surprise there. The Thrifty Traveler is here with details on how he landed that trip, plus the hottest travel deals you need to jump on right now. And all that jazz.
I've gotta be free.
Jazz sensation Cade Bittner is live with us talking about his new album, which is crushing it on iTunes. That's all coming up, so stay right there. There's our Oprah chairs waiting for Miss Winfrey. Well, I know it's a cliche, but it's so true. It is the movie we have been waiting for since it was announced. Downton Abbey is coming to the big screen this weekend. Here's a little clip.
That was Mama. She's in London. She's staying with Rosamond.
She can't be. She was here for lunch. She didn't say anything.
She went up this afternoon. She'll be back tomorrow, so I've asked her to come for tea. You must persuade her to leave Maud Bagshaw alone.
I don't believe even Mama will pick a quarrel in front of the king.
I wonder if he can come early.
Are you excited?
I am a bit. Are you?
Would it be common to admit it?
Not to an American.
Nothing is common about that. This weekend we are returning to Downton, and I'm very excited because give it up for the stars of the movie. The Granthams are here, y'all. Hugh Bonneville and Elizabeth McGovern. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Elizabeth, let me start with you. I saw you on CBS this morning a few minutes ago. Great interview, and I think you put it really well, talking about the pressure going into this movie because y'all wanted to get it right. Is that how you felt when you were approached about this at first?
Yeah, I was. I mean, it's a tall order because we're very aware that there have been a lot of people that have stuck with us over so many years and have a lot of investment in the show. So it's a danger to put out a movie that might in some way destroy the memory of what we created with the show. But I think much to everyone's relief, this movie seems to have hit exactly the right spot. It's kind of it's offered up exactly something that will be satisfying for fans, but it's also kind of interesting for someone that has never even heard of Downton Abbey, and they're kind of getting sucked in as well. So I think thank God we've managed to get the tone right.
Yeah. Hugh, for us Downton fans, where does this pick up?
The TV series ended in 1926. We pick up about 18 months later in 1927. The house still stands. Downton Abbey is the central character, this wonderful castle. And in it, the lives of the Crawleys and their staff are fairly set fair, and then a letter arrives which changes the course of events for everybody. The King and Queen are going to come and visit Downton Abbey, and of course everyone has to step up their game and make the place shipshape and make sure that everything goes smoothly for the royal visit.
Elizabeth, as I said, I saw you on CBS this morning, and you said something that literally I wrote down because I knew I was talking to you today, and I loved it. I always refer to this show.
Wow, I was that good.
You were good. No, you were really good. And you said this movie is also, it reminds us about good manners. And I know that's overly simplistic, but tell the folks kind of what you meant by that.
Well, I suppose we're living in an age where we've forgotten the concept of good manners, or we don't rate it as valuable. And I think that when I go back and I am participating in Downton Abbey, which was an era in which good manners were paramount. I mean, it was what you did. It was a sort of a Bible for how to behave. And being in the show makes me think, there is more value to that than I think we like to think today, that to to operate within the parameters of good manners sometimes keeps a conversation alive, and it sometimes helps you resolve issues on which you might be on separate sides of an issue. But if you discipline yourself to treat each other with respect, you actually get farther than you do when you just absolutely annihilate the other person's character if they're not sharing your point of view.
Yes.
So I think we might have something to learn from this.
I love it, and I can't wait to go tonight. Give it up for Hugh and Elizabeth, everybody. Downton Abbey hits theaters on Friday. Yeah, Elizabeth said, and I loved this line, she says, you can have differences without destroying somebody else. And I thought, that is good. Yes, I like that. You can be different without the need to destroy that other person. And I'll say it again, I'm seeing it tonight. You heard my best friend, Jen. We all watched Downton together in our friend group. And Jen is a critic. She's a tough critic. She loved it. We had her call in, and yeah. So I'm seeing it tonight. And I'll give you my review probably tomorrow. Next in the dish, there's a new tell-all book about the iconic 90s sitcom Friends. And one of the most interesting tidbits is actually quite interesting. See, I got my little Downton accent there. Especially to those of us in Minnesota. Listen to this. In the book, Generation Friends, the writers considered moving the entire cast to Minnesota for part of season 5 of the show. The idea was for Chandler to get transferred for work and the rest of the gang would follow. There was more than this was more than just a random idea. The writers had storyboards. They already had narrative arcs for every character here in Minnesota and had talked about reshooting the opening credits in a frozen mountain. But when they pitched the idea to the showrunner, he said they were out of their minds and said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not moving. Well, look, let's be clear. We all love it here in Minnesota and Wisconsin, but one of the other friends and friends is New York City. I mean, it was a character. It was a character in the show. It really was. Hey guys, don't forget we have seats available in tomorrow's audience. If you want to come see us, you might get a new mug. You might get a new season 5 mug. Who knows? If you want tickets, all you have to do is go to the Jason Show Facebook page, click ticket tab. You're in by 9:30 and you're out by 11:15. We have a really good time. I tell you things I can't tell you on TV. Still ahead. Especially this week. Still ahead. Y'all find out later. Yeah, still ahead. Thrifty Traveler's here, and just wait until you see where he went on vacation. But next, the streaming wars are heating up. But the deal for this show, that show right there, takes the cake. I'll give you details when we return. Back after this, everybody.
Wow. Wow.
That's right.
This is the first time we have ever been on late night TV, and it's
Really?
so cool to be on your show.
Well, it's so cool to have you here. And so now all of you are running for the Democratic nomination. Thank you for being here. It's a big field this year. I will just lay cards on the table right now is that I don't know what to do with these feelings. Looking at you. And you must face that all the time, right? Because, of course, for the people out there who aren't familiar with how showbiz works, you guys were just on sets. And sets are like 2, maybe 3 walls, no ceiling, and then you're just in this cavernous room. You had no sense of a house.
Kind of like this.
This is what the actual house looked like.
Yeah.
Right here. And this is what HGTV has done to it.
Yeah.
They've turned it into the house.
Yes, they have. Oh, yes, they have. The Brady Bunch on with Stephen Colbert last night. And by the way, HGTV released the figures earlier this morning. Very Brady Renovation is their highest rated debut in the history of that network. Yeah, ever. Yeah. It's a good show. Yeah, episode 2 aired Monday. They redid Mike's Den. Remember Mike's den where he did all the... Yeah, I loved it. Anyway. More late night for you. Sarah Paulson was on Fallon last night and talked about her encounter with Cher at the Met Gala. Look at this.
Cut to her singing across the stage. And I'm like hand up in the air, waving around, and she sees me, walks right to me, and grabs my hand. And I mean, I mean, like, it was a personal, because we're friends, you guys. Like, no, I don't, yeah, no.
What?
Well, yeah.
You're friends with Cher.
Totally.
I have a video of you freaking out, if you don't mind me showing this.
You have a video?
Yeah. Here's a video of Sarah freaking out, watching Cher. This is real. Take a look at this.
Wow. That will be me when I meet Oprah. That's right.
Yes, it will.
No, I know that. I'll cry. That will be, as she calls it, the ugly cry. Oh, I will just boo hoo.
It's okay.
Yeah,
I'll cry with you. We'll just all cry, and Oprah will just be like, "Why did I come here?
Why did I come here?" Yeah. Next on the dish, we've talked about big streaming deals for TV shows like Friends, The Office, Seinfeld, but those pale in comparison, and I can't believe I'm saying this, to the latest deal to make news. You ready? HBO Max, the streaming service backed by Warner Media, you know Warner Brothers, has inked a deal with this show, The Big Bang Theory, that is reportedly worth billions of dollars, like with the Bay. The deal is for what they call the domestic streaming rights, as well as syndication on TBS, which is owned by Warner's. All 12 seasons will be available when the streaming service launches next spring. Now, a little bit of comparison, NBC Universal paid $500 million for the rights to The Office, just for The Office, which this just proves to me, look, it's great that we're getting original content, brand new shows on all these streaming services, but it shows me that classic, they call them library titles, classic shows, still the straw that stirs the drink and all of the, you know what I mean? People want that show they know. They want to sit down and eat their SpaghettiOs and watch a rerun of The Office. Or I don't even know if people still eat SpaghettiOs. But
I
I'm
do.
Just saying,
It's fine. Yeah, without the meat stuff, just the SpaghettiOs. It's like they make the ones with the meatballs, and those are just weird.
Let me just ask you, and I mean this, truly, when was the last time you really ate SpaghettiOs?
Maybe like 6 months ago when Jordan left and I didn't have anyone to cook for me. I don't cook, Chase.
I know, but okay, the next time it happens, will you call me and I'll come over and cook for you?
Make me some biscuits.
I know, I don't want you eating SpaghettiOs again.
Or
okay?
ramen noodles, grilled cheese.
No, SpaghettiOs. I'm not shaming. You like SpaghettiOs? Oh, wow, we have an audience full of SpaghettiO lovers. I didn't know it was going to be that emotional of a subject.
I don't know.
Okay.
Don't SpaghettiO shame.
Okay, I'm not SpaghettiO shaming people. Don't email me. Great, now I'm going to get...
The microwave's gonna email you.
Still ahead, jazz singer Kate Bittner is here, but next, the Thrifty Traveler, I'm sure he loves SpaghettiOs, just returned from an epic vacation. We'll chat with him about that and the current flight deals that you need to snag. We'll be right back, everybody. Back after with SpaghettiOs and all. Here comes. Welcome back, my friend. Well, you know we love a good travel story here on the Old Jason Show, and wait until you hear where our next guest, and he's no longer a guest, he's basically works here. Give it up for our good friend, the Thrifty Traveler, Jared Kamrowski, everybody. Welcome back. Well, Jared, thanks for making time for us. I know you're real busy traveling around the world and all, but yeah.
I like to do things for the little people.
I appreciate that, buddy. Okay, tell the folks, every time Jared's on, we all live vicariously through him. Tell the folks where you just got back from.
So, like a good husband, I took my wife around the world. We went to Dubai in the Middle East. We went to the Maldives, which is like an amazing beach destination south of India. Then we went to Vietnam, then we went to Hong Kong, and now we're back home.
Oh, that's fun. I went to Treasure Island Resort and Casino last weekend. That's right, yeah. It's all right. With that lady right there. Yeah, no, I'm just joking. Okay, so you gotta break this down for me. Once again, you used your Thrifty Traveler magic in some ways to help with this trip. Explain.
So yeah, this used to be a hobby of mine. I'd spend hours. Now it's my job to find, like, how can I use these points and miles to maximize? How can I fly first class all over the world? How can I stay at the best hotels in the world with points and miles? And really, this trip was all about just that.
Yeah. and you did it.
Yes,
you did
I
it.
did it.
What's the one takeaway you can, because every situation is different, but the flight, let's look at the flight. Let's look at the actual video. Explain what we're looking at
So this
here.
is Emirates first class. So there's no shower on this plane, but
that's an airplane?
That is an airplane. That's one of the best, if not the best, first class product in the world. And we flew. there's my wife.
There's
looking,
Mrs. Thrifty Traveler. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's an incredible product. And when you get on a plane in the U.S., in comparison to that, you're like, oh, what am I doing wrong? Like, this is not fair.
That is bigger than my studio apartment in Loring Park when I first moved here.
Story. Yeah.
What was the, okay, continue. What was the best part of that?
So it's just amazing. I mean, you get on board. We were the only 2 people in first class. So we had 2 people serving us. It was bottomless Dom Perignon. It's a good life. And we used it all with booking, Alaska miles.
I had bottomless Bloody Marys at Treasure Island. Yeah. You booked, okay, so the meat of the bone is you booked it all through miles?
Yeah, no one's giving us free flights because we're Thrifty Traveler or anything. We are going in, we're earning miles, we're opening up credit cards, we're flying certain airlines. So like Alaska Airlines, which is basically out of the West Coast, they have an amazing program for flying like amazing flights like Emirates, even with the shower, or Japan Airlines or Cathay Pacific for nonstop to Asia first class. So
yeah, and again, we could spend a whole show. If you want details on how to do it, what cards to open, I always say go to thriftytraveler.com because I'll say it 800 times. That's how I go. I travel vis-a-vis your tips.
They don't make it easy, and you need a jungle guide to kind of show you the way.
Let's talk about the St. Regis Maldives. What are we looking at here?
Okay, so this is one of the best hotels in the world. Again, Maldives, just south of India. There's like 1,000 islands, but the St. Regis Maldives, this was my wife and I. This was our beach villa. Again, we booked with Marriott points, and there's an article at thriftytraveler.com all about how we did everything with points and miles.
That's your bathroom?
Yeah, and there's an outdoor shower there, too.
Get off this show right now.
That's our private little beach, and I'm not joking. Like, this is like aspirational. This is like once-in-a-lifetime trips that you can do for, next to free with points and miles if you develop a strategy. This is possible. It's not, I mean, you could do it.
I did it, and I did it in Hawaii, and I've mentioned this many times. I basically flew first class to Hawaii now twice using Jared's tips, all first class, using points and stuff that I've learned through you.
And it's all about that. Like, so my goal is to go to the Maldives. Your goal is Hawaii.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be, Betty from Anoka wants to go to Chicago.
Yeah.
You start off small, and then you kind of figure out how this whole thing works.
And then you get your own private beach.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's talk about Vietnam. You were also there.
I was in Vietnam, yes. No, Vietnam is an emerging economy for sure. They don't have like the tourist infrastructure that, like Thailand, neighboring Thailand has. I told you before the show, I did get a little sick. Travel isn't always sunshine and rainbows. I lost about 10 pounds, from food poisoning.
Seriously?
Yeah, so and that can happen anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go to the Golden Corral this afternoon and I could get the same thing.
But we love the Golden Corral.
Yes, we do.
We love them.
No.
We can go to any restaurants. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
No, but it's a beautiful destination. A lot of emerging economy again. A very interesting place, and I'm glad we visited.
But
maybe might not return again. But
exactly.
That's a part about traveling the world and figuring out. It's really tough to go to the Maldives and have your own beach to go to bustling, Vietnam, which is a communist country with an emerging economy. So different.
Okay, let's end this part with current deals. What are we looking at?
Yes. All right.
There's the magic card right there.
All right. So I want to talk about these are almost all nonstop on Delta this fall and spring. So again, go to Thrifty Traveler, follow us on Instagram, Minneapolis Flight Deals, sign up for our daily newsletter, or use Google Flights. I know we always talk about this. You can just get on. You can find these flights yourself. This isn't a tough or a trick. So Phoenix this fall for $141. These are all nonstop round trip. Denver for $96. This is one that's been so cheap for a long time.
Denver's $96.
$6. Again, a lot of times you're going to have to travel on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Saturday. But being flexible with your dates is so key in saving money on travel. Another one, Las Vegas, $136. San Diego, one of my personal favorites, $196. New Orleans, $134. A great new nonstop route that we have to Dublin on Aer Lingus is $474 through March, just shy of St. Patrick's Day.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, but hopefully we'll get it.
Well, more with the slightly thinner Jared. He's answering your travel questions when we return. Back after this. Just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Here with Jared with Thrifty Traveler. We want to try to get to as many questions as we can. We posted, as usual, questions up on our Facebook page. Let's start with Maureen, Director Leo. Let's go put that up. Maureen, hey, girl. I want to go somewhere warm in winter. Is February and March more reasonable?
Well, I'll tell you what, if you're a Minnesota resident, February, March, leaving is always very reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, there's tons of cheap flights. Some of my favorites right now where you don't need a passport, like Key West, Miami.
Key West is beautiful.
You can go to Puerto Rico. You can go to the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Is there much of a difference in pricing that you see between March and February? Is it about the same for those 2 months?
You know, what you got to do. You got to be following Thrifty Traveler. We find when these sales pop up, or use Google Flights price alerts, and we have more information at Thrifty Traveler all about that. But you got to be watching and getting alerts or watching some website to tell you when these sales pop up.
Bev writes, hey, Thrifty Traveler, Bev says, let's go to the next one. What is the cheapest day of the week to fly?
So for sure, it is Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. So again, being flexible with your dates. So business travelers go on Sunday, Monday, and Friday. So it's really supply and demand. Where are the kind of soft spots as far as demand when business travelers aren't going? And it's always Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturdays. And that's usually where those flight deals are, and that's why being flexible with your travel dates, again, is so important.
Yeah, and Friday, Monday just are expensive.
And yes,
Let's go to Marty. Hey, Marty. Was just approved for TSA PreCheck. How long should I arrive before my MSP flight in early October? Good question,
So
Marty.
things at MSP can be a little dicey. There's construction going on. Some of the checkpoints aren't open, and they're not running at full capacity. So for sure, at a bare minimum, 2 hours. So they said they had TSA PreCheck, which is great. Everyone who travels at least a couple times a year should have TSA PreCheck. You can get the Capital One Venture Card, which gives it to you for free, and there's no annual fee the first year. Get TSA PreCheck. Don't be one of those people in the very, very long line.
And I always say, too, if you do not have checked baggage, if you get dropped off at the Intercontinental Hotel, you can go up, and they have their own PreCheck. Now, it's limited hours.
It is. So you want to check that they're open, but if you are carry-on only, that is a secret that you should tell
everybody. Seriously.
Don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody.
Except for all the...
but if you're getting dropped off at the airport, I'm not kidding, and you are just a carry-on, have them drop you off at the Intercontinental, go up to the second level, and they have their own TSA PreCheck. Limited hours, though.
So check to make sure it's open. Carry-on only. There is never a line. Never a line. Do it.
Let's go to Nicole. Hi, Nicole. I'm going to London next month. I booked out of Rochester and saved $1,200 versus MSP. What's up with that?
Oh, man, Nicole, we could talk about this for 30 to 45 minutes. I'll give you the brief thing. Airlines do what's called flash sales. Sometimes they will attack fares in Minneapolis, sometimes Rochester. So again, follow Thrifty Traveler. We'll let you know, especially if you're going to London or international, look at our Thrifty Traveler Premium product. We will tell you when Rochester's on sale, when Fargo's on sale, when Duluth's on sale, when Des Moines is on sale, and it changes all the time, and that's how airline pricing works. It's crazy.
One more. Diane writes to us. Diane says, as someone who dislikes flying, where's the best place to sit? Is there really a difference? Great question.
Okay, and I love this question. So is there the best place to sit? For sure. Is there better seats on a plane? Use SeatGuru.com. Find what aircraft you're going to be on. So if you're flying Delta, go see, is it like an Airbus 320? Then find that at SeatGuru.com. Find the best seats in green. Try to book those. I mean, if you're scared of flying, is there a better, worse seat? I don't know the answer to that.
Can I speak to this? Because
Yes,
up until about 4 years ago, I was very afraid to fly. Something happened where I just switched. I prefer, Diane, right? Diane, I prefer to sit up in front. I don't like to be in the back where I'm hearing noises and things. There's noises in the back. There is. So I would, for me, I felt safer the closer to the pilot.
I will say two things. The first is if you are really, really scared of flying, arm yourself with facts and knowledge before you get on a plane. Flying is incredibly safe, safer than any other way of transporting yourself. You are more likely to get hit by a golf cart in the airport than you are to ever get injured on an aircraft. So flying is much as possible. Like you said, you got over it.
I got over it.
The more you fly, the more you read about statistics and facts and try to detach that irrational fear from the actual no danger. That's the key thing.
Or I just vodka.
Yes, vodka.
Give it up for Jared, everybody. For more information, head to thriftytraveler.com. Still ahead, his new album is near the top of the jazz chart. Singer Cade Bittner is here. We'll talk to him when we return. Back after this, everybody. On that, vodka. From one great guest to another, welcome back to the show, everybody. Our next guest is a Minneapolis-based recording artist, and his first full-length album just debuted. I love this. At number 5 on the iTunes Jazz chart. Here's a clip from the title track from Cade Bittner's album, I've Gotta Be Me. Look at this.
I can't be right for somebody else if it's not right for me. I've gotta be free. I've gotta be free. Daring to try to do it or die. I've gotta be me.
Absolutely. Give it up for Cade Bittner, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Have you always, I always talk about how, I used to watch Johnny, I said at the top of the show, I used to watch Johnny and Oprah and knew what I wanted to do. Did you always want to be a jazz singer?
I don't know if it was a jazz singer, but I always wanted to sing.
Really?
I've been singing since I found my voice, I think.
Yeah. Who were your Johnnies and Oprahs? Who did you listen to that you were like, I want to do that?
Frank Sinatra.
Really?
From Frank all the way up to Michael Bublé.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even as a kid, you were listening to Frank?
Whitney Houston.
Whitney,
that was my first introduction to music. Yeah.
Oh, and that's a really good introduction.
That's a good, I always say she was my first voice teacher. She taught me how to sing.
Yeah.
Just singing along with her. And
why jazz? What attracted you to jazz?
I think, the great American songbook is so timeless, and these are songs that everyone loves. They've transcended the test of time. And, I have a couple EPs, and so for my first album, I thought, I have such a love and respect for this music. It's a perfect kind of genre to enter for me.
Yeah, and it is one of those things where I always joke, it's songs that we actually know the words to.
Totally.
I mean, the catalog is stuff that.
Yeah.
What do you love performing? Is there a song that just touches you more than others that you have on that you have? First of all, I love your publicity photos. Those are fantastic.
Thank you.
Is there a song that's special to you on this album?
I love singing My Funny Valentine. Everyone loves My Funny Valentine. And Smile.
Smile. Oh.
Yeah.
That one I think it just touches everybody.
Yeah,
I read that in the intro. What did it feel like when you got the news, or how did you take me to that? I always I want to be in the moment with you on that day.
Yeah.
Where were you? Were you in the grocery store? Were you at Target? Were you at daycare? Whatever. When you found out you were number 5 on iTunes.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, the joke is I always tell people the only chart I've been on is a doctor's chart. And so I never even thought that was going to happen.
Yeah.
And honestly, the morning it launched, I was doing press and I was at home and I was just searching iTunes, and I was watching it go up and I was tweeting and Instagramming. It was going, 38, 36, 14, 10. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
And then I saw number 5 and I'm like, screenshot. I've got to get this.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, it was just a dream, and I wasn't even expecting it. So it was like, I'm on the charts? What?
Yes.
Independent artist? It doesn't happen.
I was going to say, independent artist. It's not like you have a giant label with a publicity machine behind you. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct. I mean, even at my release party, I was there during the day at Martin Patrick 3 hosted it, and I was literally putting up my step and repeat wall and vacuuming the red carpet, and they were looking at me and I'm like, hey, this is life as an independent artist. I'm a one-man show. Schwab knows.
We vacuum that rug under my desk. I mean, you know what I mean? And you do something great, and I love this. Talk about where the proceeds go. This is so fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All of my album proceeds will benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, our local Minnesota chapter. Thank you. I was named their Man of the Year in 2018 after fundraising for 10 weeks and shattering records. I raised just nearly $200,000 and was named the Man of the Year.
Yes!
Thank you.
You don't have to say that quiet. That is something to be proud of. Why
thanks.
that organization? Why does that touch you so?
You know what? It was a friend of mine nominated me for Man of the Year, and I didn't really know much about it. And I went to a gala, and then the next year I competed, and it was just a really incredible, life-changing experience. They really put a lot of dollars to research blood research, blood cancer, which
Yeah.
I think all cancers really start in the blood and kind of manifest into different areas. And so I'm really confident that if we're going to find a cancer, it's going to come from the important work that LLS does.
Yeah. Let's talk about, and on a fun note, you did a mashup. Talk about this mashup that you did. I love it. Producer Jeff and I are talking, we like one of the, Get Happy and Happy Days Are Here Again. You mixed Streisand and Garland.
The same duet that they did in 1963, and it's been done on Glee and kind of, everything in between there. So yeah, I asked my friend Shoshana Bean, who's a bit, I know, right? Big.
Aaron Schwab is very excited, yeah.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not just a Broadway star, but she's on the iTunes charts and Billboard charts and a #1 artist, and she's incredible. So we did the mashup, Get Happy, Happy Days Are Here Again. And it was a dream come true. I mean, being a friend of hers and then singing with her was like, it was beyond. And it's my son's favorite duet. It still kind of brings tears to my eyes.
Well, and talk about two legendary, we talked about at the beginning of the interview, two library titles that are legendary. Those are two titles that everybody knows.
Who did I think I was? What?
You are Man of the Year and you're #5 on iTunes.
Hey.
Kate Bittner, everybody, for more information. Head to Kate's website. Support independent artists.
Thank you.
Support them. Yes, website at the bottom of the screen. If you missed this, we're going to put this on Facebook. Share it, share it, share it. We're going to take a break. We'll wrap things up when we come back. Back after this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm back. I do. Oh my God. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Wrapping things up. Kendall's back on ye old couch. I was telling people always email about your clothes. Where'd you get that? Where'd you get this? So I will save them some time.
Yes.
Because that's a really cute top. Where'd you get it?
Thank you. This top is from Whimsy's Closet. It's actually my Auntie Sue's store in Red Wing. So if you're in Red Wing downtown, she owns a store and it's got really fabulous women's clothing.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Thank you.
I thought I would save you some keystrokes.
I appreciate it. My shoes are from Jason.
Yeah.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Are those are Sarah Jessica Parker shoes.
Yes, Jace.
I didn't look down today. I'm sorry. Yes.
And my skirt is from Goodwill. It was $5.
That's a Goodwill skirt?
Yes.
Get it, girl.
Thank
yeah. Goodwill. Goodwill's where it's at.
$300 shoes and a $5 skirt.
That's how you mix and match. Anyway, hey, yesterday you guys know I do a girls' night, or you may not know, I do a girls' night with my girlfriends, Jennifer and fancy named Lisa Lacourcier, and we went to Topgolf last night right here. Why is that funny?
You went to Topgolf?
Here's Lisa, who is actually a golfer. Lisa's really good. I am not, but we had such a good time. And why is this funny to you? I have been very manly this week. I did karate on Monday. I golfed on Tuesday. Now the manliness will end tonight because I'm seeing Downton Abbey. But 2 out of 3 ain't bad. But I love Topgolf, and I was talking to the peeps there. And we are one of their top locations, everybody.
Really?
Minnesota, yeah, this location is doing gangbuster business, and I can see why. I am not a golfer, and I had a blast. We did a story there, but I haven't been there since we did the story. And when you go for TV, you're there for work. I wanted to go just socially. Had a blast.
Yeah?
And the food was good. The drinks were good, and you just have to reserve a bay, or they do walk-ins.
Right.
But why was that funny to you, Miss Kendall?
Because, way long ago when I started, I pitched a story that you and I could go golfing. And someone might have said, Jeff, well, Jason will just be like the cart girl and he'll just drink vodka sodas and you can golf. Because you wouldn't golf. And the fact that you went golfing is killing me.
Wait. He referred to me as the cart girl?
I was the cart girl for a living, so I can say that. It's a beautiful, wonderful job. You would have been great at it.
Oh, there will be a strongly worded email after this show, yeah. I'm joking. What am I going to do? He's right over there. Anyway, yeah. I had fun. Again, I was manly. Anyway, tomorrow on the show, a local baker featured on the Netflix show Sugar Rush is here to put me, cart girl, to the test in a cupcake challenge. Plus, 90s fashions are back. We have a 90s inspired fashion show. That's going to do it for us. I'm Cart Girl, everybody. And if you're a kid that's being bullied, you go out there and be yourself, even if your executive producer calls you names. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Thanks for watching.